Hello, my name is Alan, and I would like to share with you one of my life experience. An experience with the unknown and the inexplicable experience, all right? Now, what happened was when I was in my second year in uni, I took a bike ride to visit my auntie in Sungai Siput. That's from Penang to Sungai Siput. So it was one early morning, and I was riding all the way from Penang. And when I reached Bukit Perapit, it was a very fine morning, and then it was a good ride along the way. And when I reached Bukit Perapit, I heard a rumbling noise coming from behind, and I turned around. What happened was it was a red sports car that was coming from behind. Wow, this was a wonderful sports car. So what happens was he came, overtook me. Then I said, gee, this guy is very brave. Along the winding road up the slope, he overtook me. What I did was, at that time I was so, with all the hot blood in me, I said, gee, no way he can beat me. Because why? It's a winding road. So I ride in the center. And I overtook him. Wow, what a feeling. I won. And this guy in the sports car was not so happy. What happened was, he came again, and he overtook me again. I said, gee, this is not going to happen anymore. So I raced with him. We went up the slope, and what happened was, at that very moment, he made a sharp right turn, and I followed suit. But unfortunately, at that very moment, my bike skidded. For no reasons, I tried to let go. I tried to brake, and the bike skidded. And I brake again, it skidded. Then the bike went from the center road right to the edge of the slope of the hill. I told myself, uh-oh, what's going to happen this time? It's going to be dangerous if I fall over the slope. What happened was, I looked down the road and said, oh my God, it's all because of the strewn pebbles, those little rocks on the road. Before I can finish talking, the bike already went off the road and into the air. And I looked down. I said, gee, it's all rocks below. It was a ravine. I said, oh no, this will be the end of me. Then I remember one thing. You know, my grandma used to say, if you are in danger, just call out the name of Guan Shi菩萨. I always tell my grandma, I say, Grandma, look, I'm a science student, Grandma. Because when I was young, my grandma always tell me stories about the power of Guan Shi菩萨. You know, Guan Shi菩萨, he says, if you call her name, she will come and assist you. If you are in danger, she will save your life. For people who are drowning, when they call her name, what happened was, suddenly they find that they can swim. I said, geez. At that very moment, I told myself, there's nothing to lose. So I shouted and called out her name. Instantly, I felt there was somebody holding my bike. And then the bike went down slowly like a feather in the air. It just went down gently and landed in between two big rocks. I said, gee, there's no impact, you know. Then what happened was, it landed at a small little creek, and the water went into the exhaust pipe. And I turned around and looked up. I said, gee, how am I going to go up? It's such a steep slope. And then, before I can finish saying that, further down the stream, I heard a rustling noise. I told myself, I said, oh, this will be the end of me. It's from the frying pan into the fire. It must be the wild boar that's coming after me. And before long, all the bushes, the lang, it parted. And then it was a man in dark skin, wearing a short, all right, with a machete, holding a machete, making his way along the creek towards me. He never leave his head, and he just walk all the way along the creek and then come to the back of my motorbike and start pushing me. I said, gee, what is this? It's so strange, you know. Normally when you fell down or somewhere, you're in a danger, people come and say, hey, are you okay? You fell into this spot, you know. But he just assumed that I'll be all right, you know. So what happened was, he just started pushing. So what I do, I got down from my motorbike, you know. And when I got down from my motorbike, I just hold the handle and direct it towards the slope. And you know what happened? It was so strange, the motorbike just moved smoothly up the slope. I was, gee, it's very strange. I turned around trying to look at the man behind me. I tried to say thank you and, you know, show my gratefulness, you know. But he never for once lifted his head to look at me. But he said one very local words. He says, you manya umlo. Semua orang jatuh sini patah tangan, kereta semua rosak. You manya umlo. He just kept on saying that for a few times. But he never for one moment looked at me. And the bike ran smoothly up the slope without retreating even for once. I cannot explain that. So what happened is, when we reached the top of the slope, right, I turned around again. I want to say thank you to him. And what happened was, the man disappeared into thin air. I don't know where did he go. It's very hard for him, you know, to disappear in front of me if he runs in front of me. But if he ran down the slope again, I'm sure I can hear his footsteps.
Yeah.
But it just disappeared like that. And I told myself, gee, this is very, very strange.
Yeah, very strange.
That says, normally people will do is, they come and say, oh, you're right, can your bike start? They never do anything of that. It just disappeared just like that. So I kicked my motorbike. It didn't start for the first time. I kicked the second time, it didn't start. But the third time it started again. I said, gee, this is very strange. So when it started, so what happened is, I took my motorbike, all right, and ride all the way to Sungai Siput to see my auntie. Then when I reached my auntie, I told my auntie, I said, auntie, I says, you know, I really fell into the ravine, you know. My auntie said, really? What happened to you? I said, nothing happened to me. Then what happened to your motorbike? I said, nothing happened to my motorbike. It still can run. Really? Oh no, you must be dreaming. I said, oh dear. Nobody will believe me at all. I told my auntie, no, I really did fall. I did fall into the ravine. He says, hard to believe, isn't it? I say. Then I told myself, this kind of story is very hard to believe. When after the incident, during the school holidays again, I went back to my hometown in Surabaya. I told my grandma, but this time my grandma don't seem to believe me anymore. They said, really? I told the story to my mom. My mom said, So by the gesture, I know that they don't believe the story I told them. So I say, gee, these kind of things is best keep to yourself. Otherwise, people you think that I'm out of my mind to tell story like this nature. Well, this is a life experience I share with you. But when I went back to Penang, I went to the Kuan Yin Ting. I did go and offer my prayers, and I spoke to Wan Shin Pusat, and I says that in future, if I do own my own house, I want for sure will invite you to come into my house to take care of me. At that moment I was still in my 20s, and I don't felt the, 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 the gratitude, don't know how to show the gratitude. And looking back, I told myself, I said, gee, I'm so grateful for Guanxin Pusat to have saved my life. These kind of things are incredible, and just want to share with everyone of you who are looking at this video that there's such a thing called the unseen forces. Well, I think if you believe in them, if you build up a bond with them, especially Guanxin Pusat, if you call her name, I'm sure she will respond to your need. Thank you. That's my short and brief sharing of one of my life experience. Unbelievable, but it's true.
Thank you.